This is Sophia Starter. I actually didn't know if to make this video. It was actually my husband the one that convinced me to finally make it, since it is something that kind of affects me on the daily, and I often only make videos about things of past, not things on the daily or the current time. Now, I don't even know how to start this video. From what my husband told me, he told me that I should just be honest and just talk about how I feel, my experience currently living with this, I guess, sadness. It's hard to explain. I don't really have much of like new background to say. I mean, what can I say? People who have watched my videos know that I didn't exactly have a particularly happy life, and sometimes dealing with those memories of the things that have passed are things that kind of are a little too heavy at times. Now, it is not just something of the past, there's many things that I've been feeling, so I guess this will help me put my thoughts in order. Now, when it comes to the past, I do remember that even before I started making videos on this channel, Blue Kitten, I was feeling very depressed about my past. Now, again, if you watch my videos, you probably would say, well, no surprise there, you haven't particularly have a happy life. I guess, I don't know, probably one of the things that I got surprised when making Blue Kitten, this side channel of mine, was to genuinely see people care about what I've been through, saying that they even cried with some of the stuff I've been through. Probably it's because it's been on my head for so many years now that, to me, just talking about it kind of just feels like, I don't know, my daily. I don't know. I've been living with those memories, those experiences for a big chunk of my life, and a lot of the time, whenever I tried to talk about how I didn't feel good in the past with other people, they would often tell me to just shut up because people have their own problems and they just don't want to deal with me. So I kind of just got used to getting that response. I never really stopped talking about it. I do think that I may have a problem with oversharing, but I don't know. I never stopped talking, and to some extent, I believe that my constant talking is what made me survive all of those experiences, at least mentally, to some extent. The experiences that I've told are not the only experiences. In fact, they are not even half of them, and the worst ones are yet to come. But as you can imagine, the ones that I have not talked about it yet are things that are even eating me alive. I have found that making the videos is making me process all of the trauma a lot easier. But even then, even if I get to process a little bit more of the trauma, in reality, it's still trauma. It's never really going to leave me. And those are a couple of things I think about the past. If you ask me about the future, I would say that I'm mostly anxious about it. I don't really know what's coming. There's a lot of things in the present that make me doubt about the future. But as it is now, I guess I'll just say what I have to say there for a little bit after, since those are extremely dark thoughts, and I feel like I really need to share them, or else they're going to continue eating me alive. Even if people say mean comments to me, to be honest, most of the mean comments I've read are not even as half bad as what my head tells me every day. So it's like, aunties, haters, you're being a lot nicer than my own head is to me. I guess my head is my own hater. Jesus. When it comes to the present, I guess things are not exactly the best. I have talked about it in the Discord server, but a lot of things have happened. Some of those things is that a girl got stabbed near my home. I remember hearing screams and police, and the very next day there was a robbery right in front of my home. So you can only guess that I've been feeling a little bit anxious about getting out of home. Like, knowing that your own place is not exactly a safe place, it is kind of anxiety ridden. I don't know how to explain it. It is a constant anxiety. We do close everything when we go to sleep in case someone tries to break in. We already suffered a break-in in the past, so we're trying to avoid those kind of things again. I do have a lot of other anxieties, especially when it comes to the money issue. I try to not talk about it as much nowadays because, well, it is definitely bad, especially with a baby coming. It is still manageable. It's not Surprisingly, out of all things, even if that's one of the things that we talk about the most with my husband, in reality, it's not necessarily the things that's like my biggest issue right now. It is a big issue, and it is something that's been eating at my head recently, but it's not necessarily just the thing, you know? Ironically, I feel like a lot of the reasons of my current stress is actually this whole thing of being a mom. I don't know if other people, if other pregnant mom on YouTube have talked about this before, and I doubt any of my viewers are actually pregnant women, so I don't know. I don't really expect anyone to relate to this, but I guess just getting it out will be enough for now. I have lots of fears. I refuse to say things like, oh, I'm going to be a better mom than my mother because, well, I don't want my child to be a form to break or to just fix my own trauma. My child is not there to fix my trauma. I need to fix my own trauma. I've always believed that. I don't know if I'll be a better mother than my mother. I hope I am, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to break the abuse cycle. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. I think that's what's stressing me. I'm overthinking about it. I've always believed children are not there to fix anyone. Therefore, I'm not going to say something like, I'm going to fix the wrongs I was done in my childhood. Like, that shit is in the past, and I care now about the future. But the future, I don't know what to think of it. People say to look into the past for patterns to avoid in the future, but every time I look into the past, there's nothing but just a black blob of trauma. There's nothing there. People tell me you have the craziest lore. Bitch, I didn't even tell you half of it. There's more. There's a lot more. There's worse stuff back there. So I can't really look at the past to see how the future may be. Cause that shit is just depressing. It's fucking depressing. When it comes to the present, I know there's a lot of things that I should be thankful for. I have an amazing husband, for starters. Not everything has been perfect in a relationship, but to be honest, no relationship really is perfect. But there's love. That's all I could really ask in a family. There's love, there's respect, there's consent. I think those are the basics. We have a place, we have a lovely kitten. We do struggle with money every day, and I try to get commissions and stuff. I get a couple, but not many. But even then, I don't know. Most of my worries are about the future and about being a mommy. People have told me nice things. They tell me, oh, you'll be a wonderful mom and such. But I don't know. I guess I just kind of see myself as like a hypocrite. Cause like I'm bringing life to a world that has proved me over and over again that is pain. This world we live in is filled with bad people, and I don't think I need to talk about one of my many traumas to make you realize why I even think that. I think thinking like that it's normal after all the shit I've been through. But I can't shake it off my head. I mean, I love my baby. I already got a name for them, but I can't help but think that I'm going to bring them to a world filled with pain. And that thought is extremely fucking dark. That's probably the thought that's been keeping me depressed the most. Sometimes I'm depressed, and I don't even know why. I think those are just... I think that's generally depression. Because, like, sometimes I'm depressed and I don't even know why I'm depressed. I'm just feeling horrible. I can only guess those are hormones, but for the life of me, I don't know. I mean, I do think that depression is kind of normal in some women during pregnancy. I mean, I was already depressed before all this, so I don't know what to tell you. In reality, I don't know what to say when people ask me why am I still here. I'm still here because I haven't died. That's my answer. Most things just feel like a grayscale. Just feel like everything's boring now. Everything has an answer that was already reached by a scientist or a psychologist. Everything has an answer. It's so easy as to just look it up. Everything on YouTube is placed there because the algorithm wanted you to see it. Everything is mathematics and science. There's nothing that's really up for luck anymore. And if there was at some point, it was already capitalized by businesses. Therefore, what's really spontaneous nowadays. I wish I could see a video and not think of all the processes that went behind me even getting to that video, and all of the things that video has that are making me keep watching it. Because most videos are fucking made for the algorithm, and I know that, and I just feel pandered to. Now, I have been guilty of the game before, I still need to make money, I am an adult, and even if I dislike capitalism, the truth is we live in that society, so it's not like we can really do something about it more than just trying to live in it. But yeah, I don't know. I just wish I could see beauty in things. It mostly just feels boring and depressing. It's almost like if I don't feel anything, I just feel pain. Which I don't think it's very good, especially not for the baby. But thinking about me, I don't know. I don't really know why I'm here. I don't know if I have really anything to give to this world. If anything, it just feels like the world already took everything from me. And yet, whenever I ask my friends if I'm nothing, because sometimes I ask them that, they always tell me you're resilient and you're strong. And I'm like, how the fuck am I strong? My body is strong. I haven't died yet. If anything, the only thing that's strong about me is my body. My heart, because it keeps beating and my brain works, I think. Half works. When it comes to me, I don't really know if I'm strong or not. I can't tell. I haven't died because I haven't died. I don't know how to explain that more than that. My biological body is working. It's working so well, in fact, that I have a baby. But outside of that, I can't really say there's much. I just feel like I'm running on a treadmill that is never advancing, and the only thing that's being the final goal is either stretching too far or it's slowly starting to disappear. Maybe both. It's so far away that it's so blurry I can't even see the end. So this is not even about game development alone. This is just about, I guess, everything. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not appreciating everything enough because I have technically everything I ever dreamed of and I still feel empty. I don't know. Maybe I'm just selfish. I don't know. I think one of the things that really depressed me the most, it's not what I'm actually feeling, but knowing that I've been here before and I was able to get out and now I'm back here again. Is this just like a life cycle now? I was depressed. I was able to skip it a little bit. I tried to be optimistic, even when we were homeless, even when we were searching for a place, even when we got robbed multiple times, even when we saw suicide in front of us, in the middle of the street, in the middle of the day, even when we were struggling for food or money. Even with that, I was optimistic that things could get better. And things did get better, but now I just have this empty feeling. I don't even know why. Doesn't make any sense. Things are better now, yet they just feel worse somehow. Doesn't help the memories are bringing me nightmares again. I haven't talked about my nightmares yet, but as you can imagine, they're not particularly pretty, most of them being about blood. I don't really enjoy waking up and feeling like my best friend just died in front of me multiple times just to then have to realize that it was just a dream. That's not particularly something nice to know as you wake up. I mean, it's good to know that they're not actually dead, so that's one thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really want to do anything. Maybe yes. If I don't do anything, I feel useless, but if I do anything, I feel burned out, so who even knows? Now, I wish I had something nice to say about how I'm dealing with this. I guess the only thought that I could have right now is that, I got out of it, I could get out of it again, but what if I go back into it and then out of it, then back to it, then out of it? I don't know if it's really ever going to end. Maybe it's not. My dark thoughts are telling me that the only way to make it stop is to just actively end it, if you know what I mean. End the suffering by my own hand, but I don't like to think about that. There's too much I have to fight for still. Even if I don't feel anything's really something that fulfills me right now, I don't like to be selfish, so I suppose I will simply just survive the same way I did before. Survive until something happens, or something changes, or I change, and then everything is okay again. I don't know. I don't know if there will be another chance to recover. I don't even know if I've recovered at all. My brain tells me I did, but then everyone says that I'm always depressed, so it's just, not something I like to think about. I like to believe I was okay at some point, even if I have 20 memories that tell me the otherwise. I have to believe in something, just have hope, even if it feels like it's slowly draining me out. You know, sometimes I feel like it's precisely that hope, the one that it's draining me out. If I just had given up by now, maybe things would be easier, but who knows? I genuinely don't. The only survival tactic I have for stuff like this is to just keep going. I mean, it's not like you can die, not naturally, anyways. So, if you wanna keep going, or if you don't wanna keep going, then, well, it's not like you really have an option, do you? So, just keep going, keep surviving, just force yourself to do something, even if that forcing yourself feels like it's breaking yourself apart. That is kind of like how I survived in January and February. I kind of felt like my whole body was tearing apart on itself while making videos of something that I genuinely fucking despise and I don't like to remember. But he was horrible enough to endure it, and it did provide for some money, so I don't know. It provided enough, but I can't really say if that was something I would be willing to go through again. It felt like every part of my body was being threaded to pieces every day I was alive. Every step felt horrible. January, February, and March are things I don't want to go back to. Everything felt so heavy. To this day, it still kind of feels heavy, but definitely not as horrible as those times were. I never really got to talk about it online, but I do remember that after I made the Game the Rose series in particular, I would often just end up with my eyes dilated and constantly shaking. I have no fucking idea how I survived that, but again, my body is strong. Can't say much about my head, but body is strong enough. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. I don't even know if I feel better. I wish I could have something happy to end this with, but I don't. I don't know if I feel better, if I feel worse, if this was a good idea or not. But hey, it's video, and the channel recently got monetized, so that's good, I guess. So, can't really say much. Well, if there's one happy thing I would like to say to not make this ending as depressing as it kind of feels, my orange cat has been being very clingy lately. He likes to be on bed with me, like I just sleep on one side, on the left side, and he just started to digging on my belly where my baby would be and just sniffing. And last night he just purred his entire body. Like he just put his entire body weight on my belly and purred like a car engine. Apparently I smell like newborn now. I don't know how Rita is able to tell that smell even before I do, but every time I smell like newborn, he just does that. He just gets into protecting older brother mode, I guess. I don't know if Rita thinks I'm his mom, or if he's just taking care of the baby. I don't know what he's doing, but he looks really cute. So I guess that's one thing to end this with. I hope things get better. I don't know if they will, but I hope so. Anyways, bye bye.